What's going on, guys, and welcome back to News to the Science, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more, and back to another amazing Marvel Spider-Man 2 video. Hold on tight, guys, because I'm going to be dishing out these videos almost every single day. We're at that time. We finally got something revealed from Marvel Spider-Man 2, and that was that 12-minute gameplay that we got at the PlayStation Showcase about over a week ago now. And moving forward, it's just full sail away. We're going to be getting a lot of content, revelations, a lot of news and interviews and stuff like that. And we just recently got an interview from Bryan Intihar, who is the lead creative director of the Marvel Spider-Man games and also on Marvel Spider-Man 2. So this is really interesting. And a lot of us have been actually theorizing whether we'd be able to switch between both Peter Parker and Miles Morales Spider-Man. And it has been officially confirmed by Bryan Intihar. So my theory about being able to switch between Peter Parker and Miles Morales was that you can only do that if the story requires it during certain points of the story, that you're able to switch between them, but you can't do it freely. But then looking at this after reading this article, which I'm about to go over in just a second, it made sense, because why wouldn't you be able to switch between both Spider-Men in the game, especially during the free open world moments? But we're gonna go ahead and get into the details in just a sec. But before I do that, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell notifications so y'all don't miss anything. I post videos here on the channel on the daily. I do live streams from time to time. Be sure to follow me on my social media, which you can also find the links to down in the description box below. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. So in an interview that was done here by Victoria Kennedy, who talked about the character switching in Marvel Spider-Man 2, she goes into detail with Bryan Intihar, and Bryan Intihar goes a little bit into detail talking about how the character switching works. Not fully 100% detail, because there are some things that he probably might have left out, but I still want to talk about it because it's very important. And it says here, last week Insomniac Games showed off Spider-Man 2's seamless transitions between Peter Parker and fellow web-slinger Miles Morales. These moments in the sequel's gameplay reveal were impressive, invoking memories of similar fluidity from Insomniac's fellow PS5 exclusive Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. But I still had questions. Can we only switch characters at certain story points, or will we be able to switch between them freely? It turns out the answer is a little bit of both. You can see the character switching in action in the gameplay. So when you're playing the main story, we can control when you switch between Pete and Miles. It's done in service to the story when we were making those switches for sure, Spider-Man 2's creative director Bryan Intihar told Eurogamer in an exclusive interview. So as you saw in that gameplay reveal, which is a segment of the main story, we are predetermining those based on what we want to do for how the story plays out. When you are in Spider-Man 2's New York open world, however, it's different. We have content designed around Peter, we have content designed around Miles, and we have content where you can play either. Intihar shared, you will be able to, in an open world, freely switch between them with a simple button press. This is thanks to the power of the PlayStation 5. Being able to switch in open world so quickly between the two characters is really, really awesome, Intihar smiled. Just being able to pick and choose who I want to play as for a certain activity, it's been so awesome to have that feature. It's something that we probably wouldn't have explored. Previously, this character switching will all tie in with the Spider-Man 2's 3 skills trees. One for Peter, one for Miles, and one that is shared. We want to make sure that when you do a switch between the heroes, there's a sense of familiarity. They're both Spider-Man, and you know how to play the game, but you still have that flexibility in the customization for upgrading each of them with their skill trees. Spider-Man 2's game director Ryan Smith elaborated. We saw in the gameplay reveal where Miles has the evolved Venom powers, whereas Peter has the symbiote abilities, and so those change a bit of how you play, and you can upgrade those in their respective trees as well. I asked if there will be the chance to perhaps switch to other characters such as a reporter and Peter Parker's girlfriend MJ, but I was quickly told that I needed to keep the focus on last week's gameplay. Well, I tried. You can read more about the chat with Spider-Man 2 directors, where they discuss balancing the sequel's darker tones and the theme of addiction, which I will definitely save that for another video, but I really wanted to talk about this. Also, I didn't exactly get this quote from Bryan Intihar, but I actually saw a tweet earlier from Evan Filarka quoting Bryan Intihar, saying that it's a number 2 on the box because of the 2 Spider-Men. It's not just because it's a sequel. We wanted to make sure we showed off that this game does feature 2 Spider-Men, each with their own story, but with a bigger story as well, Bryan Intihar. But still, it is kind of creative when you really think about it. Marvel Spider-Man 2, 2 Spider-Men, it's really creative. I actually like that. It's not only just a sequel, but it focuses on 2 Spider-Men with their respective stories, and they have big roles in this game. Other than that, I'm so excited to play this, and being able to switch between either Spider-Man on the go when you're just in the open world, freely swinging around or gliding or whatever it is that you're doing, whether you want to stop a bank robbery or catch some thugs or chase a car down, you could do it as either Peter or Miles whenever you want. You no longer have to switch games if you want to do, like, let's say photo mode, you know, and people are going to get really creative with photo mode. And I can't wait to see what photo mode's like in that game as well, where people are going to be dishing out new photos of both Peter Parker Spider-Man and Miles Morales Spider-Man. It's so cool. I can't wait. I can actually almost feel it. We're literally only about 3 months away. Also, I have some information pertaining to the release date of the game, which I'll also make a video about very soon. And stay tuned for that. This is a very, very big claim. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell notification so you all don't miss anything. And as always, I will see you all in the next comic panel.
Will one of you finally give me what I desire?